And Logan Tyler will put it in the air. And we are underway from Death Valley on a Saturday afternoon in November. ETN able to get out just to the 15-yard line. Excellent kick coverage to start the game for Florida State.
Have some confidence that they can come into Death Valley and compete with this Clemson team.
3rd and 9. Here's Bryant. Can't get out of the pressure, and he's dropped by Brian Burns. And Cleveland Farrell told us he'd be telling Blackman about that. His own welcome to death. 1st down and 10. And they hand off to Cam Akers, the true freshman.
Feels they don't really have a nickel corner they can put in.
Off the play fake. Blackman to throw for the first time. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. It was overthrowing Keith Gavin on 3rd and 8. Trayvon Mullen
starts today.
Here's Bryant. Looks to get out of there on the run. Making plays with his legs. 1st down and plenty more.
Do so.
That's Renfro in motion, their go-to guy on 3rd down. Bryant looking that way. And 1st down yardage. Bit of a high snap brought down. Handed off to Adam Choice in the backfield, and that's where he'll stay. Drop for a loss. Matthew Thomas.
He's going to beat Choice to the hole. Doesn't end up making the tackle, but rallies to the rest of these defenders, Josh Sweat and others. Early in the year, they're throwing against zones, and guys are running posts wide open. But when it's tight, he's struggled to complete them.
Need a deep throw on 3rd and 20 after back-to-back losing plays. Bryant will take off, and he'll get nowhere near. 3rd and 3, going fast. Handed off to Akers, cuts it back, has the 1st down, and he'll stay on his feet. It's Mullen who knocks him out, Todd.
The handoff and cut and accelerate off of that cut. This young man, Cam Akers, is a special talent, and he's going to keep getting better and better.
Boy, Todd, you hate to see a guy that has to follow in the footsteps immediately of a Dalvin Cook.
Down and 4. See what direction Blackman is throwing. That's Murray shifting to his left. Here comes the pressure. Oh, he's rocked. Ball is out, and it's Clemson's football. Trey Lamar able to knock the football out and recover. What a shot that Blackman took, and he is still down, number 1 in white.
But this is the quarterback. You have to know if you're protected or not. He had no idea, and Trey Lamar made him pay.
But you know what? He was good enough to still win the game.
Well, he was proud of him, right, to play that way, but to still win.
Here's Bryant. 1st down, knifing through that Florida State defense.
Has been the difference for Clemson offensively.
Looking to his right and throw to his left. It's Travion Thompson again. And he'll suffer a loss on the play. Derwin James.
And that time is coming for Clemson potential.
3rd and 9. What a throw. Zipped it into the window to Travion Thompson for 1st down yardage.
You want to see standing in the pocket, reading the defense, stepping into your throw on time.
Yes. Ryan, quick throw. Deion Kane, nothing doing. Florida. 7-0. Clemson. Here's Bryant. He'll take a shot as he releases, and it's batted up in the air and knocked away. Crowd screaming for a flag.
A bit last week, but back ready. He's playing at a high level.
2nd and 5. Bryant to throw and to complete to Deion Kane.
Scott was telling us yesterday they got to manufacture 4 or 5 touches for him.
3rd and 1, the big spot. Of course, it's Bryant. He'll keep it. Has the 1st down. He crashes down inside the 5-yard line. That's Bryant's 10th carry. 2nd and goal. Ball came out. Fumble, and it's Florida State. Brian Burns able to knock it free from Tavian Feaster.
Well, here's Burns coming off the edge. This wasn't on the quarterback, Kelly Bryant. I think he gives the ball to Feaster, and the right hand of Burns comes in and hits that football.
It's too loud to hear.
And the football comes out. Farrell knocked it away, and it's recovered by Alec Eberle.
Bo Fisher's trying to throw a 7-step drop out of his own end zone here against this rush. That's the first mistake. What a heads-up play by Eberle. Could save 7 points here, give him a little bit of room to punt the football. And James Blackman takes another huge hit. This time, Christian Wilkins.
Kelly Bryant from the 28. There's Travis Etienne making it look easy. To the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
This is just straight power football, Steve. And you get a guy like Etienne with that speed, that kind of a crease, and he's going to hit his head on the goalpost.
Eberle saves the day for now. Logan Tyler, 6 inches from the back line, and he's able to get it out. Ray McLeod, what a punt that is. McLeod from his 35, the big punt leads to a big return. Here's Ray McLeod down the sideline, and he's pushed out at the 26-yard line. Ray, a 38-yard return.
The same thing happened last week against North Carolina State. They had a booming kick. You almost out-kicked your coverage.
The U.S. of A. First down and 10. From the 25, Blackman to throw. This time's got all sorts. They'll still be dropped. Albert Huggins. 3rd and 15. If that's his only completion of the day, they got big problems. They might already have big problems. Here's Akers.
The effort has been really good. It's just when you're averaging 18.6 points a game and making mistakes on offense, it's really hard.
3rd and 5. Here they come. Bryant will take a shot. Somebody got knocked down, and there was a flag on the play.
This is where Florida State is. On a 3rd down, they had Nasruddin covering him, gave up a first down. It's 2 freshmen.
Bryant fakes the pitch and a throw across the middle. Able to hook up with DJ Greenlee.
Nasruddin, another true freshman. Watch the reaction to the pitch. I mean, it's just...
No, it's not just the quarterback. That's the easy, lazy narrative that's the reason for all of Florida State's problems this season. Today in Clemson, he wants it to be real cold. Because when it's really cold, you don't want to go swimming. That ball is out again, and Florida State trying to recover. Brian Burns again knocked it free. There were 4 white jerseys there to recover for Florida State, and I'm not sure any of them got it.
Wow. It was the same play, Steve. The same play they fumbled on earlier in the game. Thing coming off the edge, 99. This time, Kelly Bryant tries to keep it, hadn't secured it, and Matthew Thomas tries to pick it up and run.
And Grace, this is the frustration.
But Todd, their offense is so inept, right? They're trying to make a play. I can't fault them for that.
And it's still Clemson's football. Back of the end zone. It could be. I'm sorry, guys. I agree with Todd. Will Sweeney is the holder. 26-yard field goal attempt for Alex Spence. And Spence bangs it through.
I'll stay in this game.
2nd down and 4. Blackman the pump. Now he'll release and complete to Keith Gavin. A matter of protection as well for the quarterback. 3rd and 3. Here's Clemson bringing some people, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage.
I expect Jimbo Fisher to make those adjustments.
1st down and 10 from the 25. Here's Blackman to come out throwing and completing. Able to hit Auden Tate, and he'll stay on his feet and have 1st down yardage.
Run out of the stadium.
Just the 4th first down for the Seminoles in the game. Tate had his first reception, and now it's a 2nd completion in a row to Cam Akers, but he'll lose on the play. And there is a flag down. Those aren't their names, but he is the youngest of 9. First time across midfield for Florida State, and they're going the wrong way. And now they're on their own side of the field. That's Patrick in the backfield now, to the left of Blackman. Picked up the wrong man, still able to complete. Nooney Murray. That throw was on the money.
His end position, and this is as tough as it gets at home. But you know what? This is what you build leadership off of, toughness. And James Blackman has taken
18-yard gain. That's the longest play from scrimmage for Florida State. Handoff to Jacquez Patrick. And he'll suffer a loss on the play. Christian Wilkins comes up to make the tackle. Vickers in front of Patrick in the backfield. Tate shifts, and they hand off to the second man through Patrick, and he's not going to get there. Van Smith was the first man on it in orange.
The tight end.
Gonna throw for it open. Wide open, and Auden Tate couldn't bring it down. James Blackman. 3rd and 6. Here's Bryant throwing for it. Up high, and of course Renfro brings it down. Made the right call. And Renfro will live forever in the hearts and minds of the Clemson faithful. Looking for Deion Kane. Incomplete. Kane took a late shot. And really, it's only 17-0. It's not 35-0. Blackman to throw. Over the head of Izzo. Logan Tyler's the punter for Florida State. He'll boot one in the air. Ray McLeod from his 37. Had one big return already. He'll get a few there, and some bodies come in flying late. We'll step out. There is a flag down with the football and a 17-0 lead. First down and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Bryant going to pick that snap up to the right and throw to the left. Etienne out of the backfield. Etienne stays in the block, so Bryant can throw and complete to T. Higgins for the first down.
Have 8 or 9 offensive linemen, and they play that way.
Here's Bryant to throw. Got some backside pressure now with some time, trying to make people miss. And he is dropped, sacked by Brian Burns.
Overthrowing balls that could be intercepted.
It's always been my understanding, though, when a quarterback throws high, it could be nerves as opposed to throwing to the right or to the left of a player. First down yardage here by Cam Akers. Save yourself. First down and 10. Give it to Akers. 11 carries, 42 yards going into that. That'll be a loss. Albert Huggins led the way.
We're going to go home and watch that game and root for the Hurricanes.
Might see you down the road, a later date, for the ACC championship game. Trying to go back shoulder, and Trayvon Mullen on the coverage, and maybe a little too good on the coverage. Ray McLeod on defense for Clemson. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Does Florida State have a push in them? Blackman throwing. Tight window and a catch. That's a big league throw, too.
It's a good coverage there by Terrell, too. You know, I think that the fact that Florida State is behind 17-0 in this game.
Rushing for, good time, and it's knocked away. Trayvon Mullen. I was going to say excellent defense, but maybe not. Flag comes in late.
3 injuries up front this year already.
Down the middle of Philly, it's caught. A beautiful ball to Nooney Murray, and he's able to haul it in.
Run perfectly.
And they're going fast on the ground. It's Akers. Rather, Patrick, I beg your pardon. Jacquez Patrick. And you have just seen the first Florida State third quarter touchdown of the season. And they're in the game.
Wow. That a little over 3.5 minutes. And how about the story of Jacquez Patrick, the determination. 2.
2nd and 6. Bryant will keep it. And have first down yardage. And he's got 5 Seminoles that land on top of him.
Playoff football now, right? You got fourth quarter of these games. You got to close it out.
Here's Bryant to throw. Nobody's home. Florida State down 10 to start the fourth with the football. An excellent starting field position. Here's Blackman trying to step up, and he's taken down. Christian Wilkins leading the way.
You're trying to throw a drop back pass in this situation if you're Jimbo Fisher. This offensive line, it's Minshew, as Todd mentioned, already gimpy on that ankle, trying to block one of the best defensive tackles
Here they come. Blackman steps up and throws a man wide open. It's Murray. Incomplete. Murray is saying he caught it. Look at his reaction. You can't get more wide open.
Young quarterback, instead of trying to make the perfect throw in stride, take a little bit off and just secure the catch for your receiver.
And that was a sure touchdown if they make the completion. They were zero. And Kane's a Florida kid, so playing against Florida State, they expected they would get his best effort. He's one of 13 Florida natives on the Clemson roster. Here's Kelly Bryant running right up the middle to midfield to the logo.
Great job by Etienne helping out his quarterback.
Gotcha. 2nd and 3. I'd take a shot.
When wouldn't you?
Here's Bryant on the ground. Etienne is met immediately after he took the handoff to Marcus Christmas.
Makes no sense to me. There's Sanders.
Let's see. Bryant looking that way for Renfro, of course, and over his head. Here they come, right up the middle. Blackman able to get it out to Akers. Got some running room.
Read from James Blackman, knowing where the blitz is coming from. You're going to get me once. You got me earlier in the game. Now I'm just going to release Akers with dummy count right now. That was what he just did. He claps the hands and then he looks to the sideline.
Off the 19-yard gain. Flip it back. Blackman's going to throw it. Another man wide open. It's Ryan Izzo down the sideline. He'll cut it. Ryan Izzo won't be caught from behind. Touchdown. It's a 60-yard score for the Seminoles.
Akers, and then once they get out of the shadow of their own end zone, they take a shot with a trick play, and they lose sight of the big tight end Izzo, who's been quiet tonight. He's been mostly used as a blocker, and he makes one like he got hit in the first quarter. And for him to still be in this game and throwing shots down the field, it's credit to him.
Bryant to throw, and it is caught. Deion Kane makes the catch.
Bryant certainly let Florida State hang around.
2nd and 5. Bryant with all sorts of time, able to throw incomplete to Hunter Renfro. He has first down yardage, nothing new there. As Jimbo Fisher told us, they have not gotten stops by their defense to win these kind of games. They've been in last possession games seemingly every week, other than the Boston College game. That ball comes out. Roderick Hoskins knocked it free from Kelly Bryant.
Kelly Bryant had.
And it's Derwin James who comes away with the football.
That's their 3rd one of this game. Roderick Hoskins, give him credit. Josh Sweat was in there as well. There was 3 Clemson offensive linemen right there with an opportunity to get the ball. And Derwin James, look at him, he comes in late. And the fight and scratch and claw to get that football with a game-changing turnover.
Oh. Call your friends. Text your relatives. Number 4 could be in some trouble here at home. Here's Blackman throwing forth down the middle, intercepted. It's picked off by Van Smith. Van Smith down the sideline across midfield. 2nd down and 10. Bryant rolling to his left and completing to Hunter Renfro. He's got the first down, same old story. 3 to snap it. Get it away. Etienne staying on his feet. Travis Etienne hopping over people and down to the 5. Gain of 25.
Great job blocking up front. Mylan Richard, both touchdown. The touchdown earlier for Etienne. Richard had a great block and almost gets another one here.
Unless something disastrous happens here to the Tigers. Handoff. Etienne in for the touchdown. No whistles. Only cheering.
Scheduled at the beginning of the year. If they can do it, why wouldn't they?
Chance of the 6th victory of the season. They'll have to win their final 3. Nearly intercepted. That ball was knocked away. 4th and 9. Blackman throwing on the run. And Erman Lane could not bring it in. Wait, so you get in the playoff?
Absolutely, if it's named Auburn.
Okay. Got to change the tune a little bit there. Adam Choice rumbling down towards the goal line. For the touchdown.
Not only to some, I think to everybody, right? You got to win, but you also have to win convincingly because Clemson, right? They're battling the Oklahomas. They're battling the Notre Dame.
Clemson is about to clinch their third straight Atlantic Division title with a win. They've got bigger trophies in mind as they remain on track to go back-to-back. Every game's a playoff game the rest of the way for Clemson, so this would be considered a playoff victory against one of their arch rivals.